Steve, 2 games in 4 days and maximum points to show for your efforts. You must be very happy.
Yeah, delighted. I think the players have worked exceptionally hard. It's always a very difficult period, the Easter period, and probably doesn't get any more difficult than going to Batley away and then obviously following it up 3 days later against Leigh. But the players have worked exceptionally hard. There's a few battered and bruised bodies, but to get 2 wins over the Easter period is fantastic.
The Batley game proved to be a real nail-biter and one where cool heads were required at the end.
Yeah, it was. Watching the video back, it's probably a game I'm not going to forget. I think the very last try which Tim Hartley got was under immense pressure. A lot of people had wrote us off during that game, and when Francis Maloney dropped that goal, everybody thought it was over. But immense credit to the players. They kept getting the scrum packed very quickly, so the referee had to stop the time. And I think in the end that won us the game. And that very last play when Bob Bezic threw the ball and Mark Smith got it, and Leigh Patterson took the ball right to the line. The technique under pressure was superb, and it was great to see.
Doesn't get much more dramatic than that, does it?
It doesn't. I've never experienced a game like that. I've been to Batley a few times, and that pitch, Batley played that pitch very, very well, and they're a good side, as the result against Whitehaven showed. But the way our lads came back, and watching the Widnes supporters at the end of the game, and certainly listening to the commentary on the video was fantastic. And hopefully we can bottle that passion and that effort, and take that forward to the rest of the season.
Well, Scott Yates put in a mature performance, so you must be pleased to see the young lads making a real impact in games. Yeah,
I'll be really honest with you. I think Jason Crooks got a call back a couple of hours before that game, and Yaka may not have played, but I spoke to him saying that what had happened. He was 18th man, and he's proved me wrong. He came on and he was absolutely sensational at Batley, and for a young kid to do that, and not only to do that and put a performance like that against Batley, but to back it up 3 days later against Leigh, it deserves a lot of credit, and he's certainly one to watch for the future and for the present at the moment, Yaka, because he's a good kid. He played a couple of times early in the season, and I've left him out for the game after that, but he got his head down, and his performances over the Easter weekend have been superb.
On to the Leigh performance. That must have given you real satisfaction.
Yeah, it was, and we needed that kind of performance. The previous 2 games against Leigh, we were very disappointed, certainly the one at Hilton Park. We didn't quite match their forwards. I felt as though we got bullied a little bit, and we allowed people like Leigh and Ian Watson and other players like that to perform. I think yesterday we set the tone straight from the kick-off, where Danny Hill and a couple of players put a really good shot in defensively, which came up with the error, and that set the tone for the rest of the game. And our pack was superb. People like Jim Gannon, Ian Morrison, Mark Smith. Tommy Gallagher started to play really well, and obviously Mark Smith led the team well all the game, and we played some decent stuff. We worked very hard, which was good, and we had 2 or 3 chances in the first half, and we took them, and the same in the second half, and delighted with that. And we've got a lot of improvements left, and the main thing is that the players are prepared to knuckle down and get the jerseys dirty, and that was good to see.
Teamwork really seems to be the key.
It is a key for us. We're not a team full of superstars. But what's been proven over the last 2 games are that if we're prepared to work hard, and we work hard in the opposition, and we out-enthuse the opposition, and we back ourselves a little bit, we're not a bad side, and long may that continue.
Well, is Whitehaven next up, and a chance to wipe off the 9-point deficit within the first 3 games?
Yeah, that would be great. Whitehaven's a very good team. It's a good club there, and they've not had the best start to the season, but we know they're going to come here. They've got some good outstanding individuals, and they probably should be a little bit further up that table with the team they've got. They've got 10 or 11 players which is still there from last season. So we know the qualities, but from our point of view, we've hopefully get some bodies back on board this week, and if we perform like we can do, then we will get the points tally back to 0, and then the season can really start for us.
Well, off the pitch, it's a big night on Thursday for the Vikings, as the Super League application was revealed at a fans forum. What can you tell us about that?
Well, a lot of our work's been going on off the field. I've been lucky enough to see the Super League licence application, and it is fantastic. It really is, and that's might be a little bit biased, but I think people who do go there on Thursday will see that the effort which has been put on by the off the field staff, with the help of Steve O'Connor and Stobbarts, and Halton Council and everybody concerned. It's really exciting, and I think for Steve O'Connor to open the club up and to let the supporters, which are the most important things to this club, the supporters, if they get behind us, then we'll achieve what we want to achieve. But to get them the opportunity to have a look at the Super League licence, it is fantastic for them, and I'm sure there'll be a good turnout.
Well, good luck for that, and also for the game next week.
Thank you.